Open University.
Welcome to the Open University again. I don't know what the point is really in doing these. You probably thought, if you watched yesterday's one about nothing, it was already touching quite a depressing theme, but at least I was chipper, at least I looked happy and just glad to be alive. Today, I just feel desolate, and there are days like this, many in fact. The reason specifically today that I'm so just fucking pissed off is that my videos never go above 1,000 views. I just can't seem to get above that glass ceiling of 1,000 views, which you wouldn't think it's very much to ask, just to have, let's say, 50,000 views for one of these podcasts, 100, 200, 300. I mean, people get 300,000 views on YouTube for doing a video called Why the New MacBook Pro is Crap.
Hi, my name's Graham, and this is 3 reasons the new MacBook Pro sucks.
Or the podcasts I watch, they're these thing called digital review. It's actually like the Top Gear of the photography world, and they've just had a drama recently where Kai Wong, who's the charismatic, sexy young presenter, but he's not actually young, he's about 45 if you look him up, he huffed off because they've got this person they call the bloody producer that they pretend to hate, but actually they really hate, and so they obviously fell out over money, or Kai just decided it was time to branch out and become a celebrity in his own right. He was flanked by a straight man called Locke. So Kai's now making his own videos on his own account. He gets, 300,000 views just for a video in which he's saying, well, I've quit digital review, and they're all great guys. I'm not going to tell you why. It's not even the soap opera drama of telling us why he quit. And then Locke will put up a video saying, I've also quit in solidarity with Kai, and I'm hoping to get a call from Kai that he wants me to work on his new vlog with him. That call obviously isn't forthcoming because in the meantime Kai's is flanked by these 2 kind of Chinese stooges who don't speak English as well as him, and obviously don't know their cameras very well. He's obviously not very keen to work with this old straight man. But and then Locke's video saying that I don't have a job now, and it gets like 100,000 views, not as many as Kai's videos, but still people are willing to pay attention. So I've been asking myself, what could I do to just break through that glass ceiling, that 1,000 views glass ceiling? And of course the answer to that is it's the hard logic of clickbait, What on memes, what do people actually want to watch in 2016? Well, of course, something political. I could get really annoyed about Brexit and Trump, which I am. I'm furious. I could articulate that rage, but the moment's already passed for that. The attention span of people on the internet is so short now that that's already old hat. Even on the Trump or Brexit, neither of them has actually been implemented yet. I mean, Trump is not president, Brexit isn't going to go through for years. People are already bored with it, and so that is, it's gone up in smoke because the digital attention span is about 10 minutes for those things. The things that are perennially successful on the internet, well, it's kittens, isn't it? So I was thinking, what if I got a kitten, and actually had co-presented these Open University podcasts with a little kitten that was jumping around, very charming, I could also, if I then monetized the videos, because I've got a monetization feature on my YouTube, which I've never used, because I get such pathetic view counts. I mean, I think my song Art and Design, which is on Scobberlotchers, is the best song that came out in 2016, but, it's got 1,670 views, so I don't understand why nobody's listening to it. Okay, it's about the world is a mess and children are strapped to the torture machines. It's not very cheerful, children being strapped to torture machines. I mean, that's the very first line. okay, a lot of people don't want to picture children being tortured. And the next song after it, which I also think is the second best song of 2016, it's called Little Girls, and it says little girls will save us. So put those two ideas together and you get the idea of these little girls being strapped to torture machines, but they're going to save us. But actually, obviously the little girls song is ironic, sarcastic. Little girls aren't going to save us. They're just going to be tortured. And in fact, the video shows lots of girls being tortured and actually crucified. Okay, it's slightly dark subject matter, but I think that's a really interesting avenue to go down. And so I don't understand why both of them, they've got less than 2,000 views. And this is after several months of being up online. And, you know, some boring indie band who sound like a combination of Coldplay and early Pavement can get, like, you know, 250,000 views in a couple of hours. The world is not fair, and of course I put it down if I'm in my up mood, my manic sort of delusion mood. I say, well, it's because everybody's stupid. I'm the only one who's right about the world, and I'm the only one who's smart in the world. Which is actually, if you think about it, it's terribly, simultaneously very happy, wow, I'm the best in the world. But it's also very, very sad, because it's like what I was saying the other day about being in your ideal design home, but actually you can't see it because you're in it, and all you see is the ugly houses on the other side of the road. If you really were better than everybody, what a miserable world this would be. You'd be looking around and seeing all these stupid idiots, and they'd be voting, they'd have the vote, you know. Imagine a world like that. Thank God we don't live in that kind of world, eh? But, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. That's how I think about it. So I have been contemplating either getting a kitten or being a kitten. You know, if I could actually just, you know, I could do cat-like movements. I have lived with cats. I used to have a cat when I lived in Paris. It was a very neurotic cat. It used to run and hide under the sofa at the smallest provocation. And there were big provocations because I lived on the Place du Théâtre. And there was a huge, I mean, it was literally the size of a wolf, this black cat that belonged to the bar next door. And it would actually come along the window ledges. I was up on the second floor. And come in my window and terrorize my cat. My cat was called Little Meowie. And I thought this was quite good behavioral therapy for Little Meowie, because Little Meowie obviously had some issues to work through from his youth, and was terrified of everything as though it were a large wolf-sized black cat intimidating him. So I thought to actually have this embodiment of all his worst fears would be somehow therapeutic, but of course no, just straight under the sofa, and just didn't come out, and I had to chase. Not only did I chase out the black cat, but when I left my house, the owners of the black cat actually, I was with Simon Turner, the King of Luxembourg, who didn't protect me at all, but he thought it was quite funny. The bar owner came and actually grabbed me by the lapels and said, "You've been stealing our cat into your house. We saw he didn't come back for half an hour." Of course, their cat was my cat's therapist. He had to come and make house calls. So yeah, I've been thinking. The other thing that is popular, of course, in these popular internet memes and videos is sexy naked people. So I was thinking I could be like a sexy naked, combine those two ideas and be a sexy naked cat, for instance. I could take off all my clothes and jump around in the nude, because this is the privacy of my own home, right? And of course it would just get banned. It would, like on Facebook, for instance, the closest I've got to this was on my birthday, 2016, February the 11th. I actually was naked, and I was saying 56, and it was, the subtext was obviously, hey, I'm not bad for the advanced age I am, eh, readers? And I put a little semi-transparent disc with a software program, paint program, just saying 56 across my genitals, so you wouldn't see my genitals, but because it was semi-transparent, you could, if you really enlarged it, you probably could see just how enormously, impressively shaft-like I am under it. But Facebook, they left it up during my birthday, but the very next day they deleted it. And you know what happened? The other day, they do these digital reviews of your year, which have got so creepy, incredibly creepy, because there's all these kind of, like, there's a ring of tombstones, like Stonehenge or something, and then standing stones, but they're actually pictures of all your friends, your closest friends, and then the camera sort of does this, it's like a drone coming in to nuke you, you know. You're in the middle of all your friends, sort of appealing to your narcissism, and then it shows little video excerpts from your most popular posts, and they had the nerve, having deleted this post where I'm naked, to put that post and say, Nick, this was your most popular post 2016, subtext, and we deleted it. And of course, now it's just all just advertising on Facebook. So, of course, I also do advertising. A lot of what I do here is advertise my own inadequacy, frankly. Another idea I had was to have sidekicks, a couple of complicit, willing assistants who would make me seem like the big tough guy who was funny because they would laugh at all my jokes, because this is what pathetic, inadequate TV and radio personalities do. In Britain especially, you could see the rise of fascism coming a long way off in the career of Jeremy Clarkson, who of course has got two sidekicks. One of them, I don't know even what the other one's called, James May, and Richard the Hamster Hammond, and he's not even a real hamster. And on reflection, I think you'd think it would be Jeremy Clarkson, wouldn't you, with his politically incorrect opinions, which he has to a deadline every week in the Sunday Times, for money, your God. But no, it's on reflection, I think it's probably Richard the Hamster Hammond, who, if I think about it, I hate probably more than anybody in the world, anybody who's ever lived, and including historical characters. But now I'm just doing a Stuart Lee routine. We wouldn't want that. I mean, that would be plagiarism. So I thought I'd get these like sidekicks, a bit like Kai on Digital Rev as well, who would laugh at my jokes. But I don't have any friends. This is another problem here in Osaka. And again, when I'm on my high, manic, upbeat, I'm great. I'm so great that nobody likes me. That's the logic you have. But in fact, it's just because I'm pathetic and not very fun to be with. As you can tell, watching these Open University podcasts, I know that there's very, very few people who find these amusing, because it's I'm lucky to get 200 views actually now. I think the first one is like 800 and something. And after that, it's like, oh yeah, another podcast from Momus. He's just posing. He likes to show off his clothes that he's wearing every day because he doesn't go out because it's too cold at the moment, and he wants to make his living room like a public thoroughfare, so he can show off what clothes he's chosen to wear. Otherwise, what's the point of even putting clothes on if you can't show people? But so I was also thinking about what other topics to talk about. I could talk about wigs. I think that would be really interesting. It's obviously the focus of a lot of people's attention, especially when you do television. People spend all their time looking at your teeth, and of course I've got horrible yellow teeth, just not right at all for television. I'm a very ugly man, actually, although I think I'm terribly well dressed and elegant, but, and because I wear my glasses upside down, I think I'm a hipster as well. This is going to be a meme. Maybe everybody's going to wear their glasses upside down from now on after watching this video. You wish, as if I could start a meme. I'm the person who should stop memes. And I just wanted to end on a slightly uplifting note, which is that this morning the first thing that happened was that I got a friend request from Lloyd Cole, the singer, from Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. And I know it's the real Lloyd Cole because when I looked at his page after accepting the friend request, because I would have accepted a fake Lloyd Cole just as readily as the real Lloyd Cole, if not more readily, because actually, I'm into fake things, and because they have more authenticity. The fake Lloyd Cole would be, in a sense, more real than the real Lloyd Cole, who some say was like a fake version of Edwyn Collins, something I never agreed with, by the way. Lloyd, if you're watching, I think you're great, and so I know it was the real Lloyd Cole because when I looked in the comments under his on his page, people were saying things like, Trump has won the election, I'm feeling like, are you ready to be heartbroken, like it says in your song, Lloyd? Or else, I've just been attacked by 2 Chechens on a motor scooter who snatched my bag, and it's just like your song, My Bag, Lloyd. So the way they're talking to him, it has to be either the real Lloyd Cole or a really good fake. I mean, so good that they actually treat him like the real Lloyd Cole. So I was thinking, what would I say? Because he didn't send me one of these little messages saying, thanks for the ad, Momus. I have no idea whether he knows my music or not. Perhaps he thinks I am a fake Lloyd Cole. I'm a fake version of him, which, might be true. I don't know his discography very well. I think I was in a car once, about 5 years ago, with someone who was playing his new album, and it was surprisingly good. I thought, wow, And I went off and made Hypnoprism, trying to copy some of the commercial tricks he was putting into his songs. But the one I know best is the one everybody knows best, which is the debut, Rattlesnakes, and of course the song Forest Fire. And so I was picturing myself, if I had to ask him one thing, or say one thing to him, I would probably say, Lloyd, why does it make you smile, a forest fire? Because the lyric is, like a forest fire, don't it make you smile? And I thought, you know, imagine you're walking in the countryside with Lloyd Cole, and you smell burning. You've already passed lots of signs saying, you know, don't picnic here, don't leave your rubbish here, and absolutely do not leave any lit cigarettes around, because these could cause forest fires. And of course, forest fires not only destroy trees, which are essential to our breathing, they destroy people's property, whose houses abut the forest. They're treacherous, they're murderous. A forest fire is one of the most murderous things you could do. So you're walking with Lloyd and you suddenly not just smell the acrid and deadly smell of smoke, but you see flames actually destroying these beautiful living creatures. And you get the smell of, you know, destruction. It's almost like, you know, you can sense that soon it's going to be houses and people burning, and Lloyd is smiling. He's just smiling. And you think, well, Lloyd, come on. Let's save the forest and save the people. Get a fire extinguisher or whatever they have in forests, you know, to put out this fire. And Lloyd, he's got the beatific, faraway look on his face. And he's saying, well, actually, Nick, forest fires make me smile. So I was wondering how you deal with a friend like that. Perhaps, though, it would mean that if something really bad happened, like the kind of things I'm narrating in this video, he would just give you a thumbs up.
Open University.